This is a pretty unique build. All right, we started with an M4 receiver, and then obviously this is a very unique kind of, Frankenstein big change up of a blaster here. So I had this kind of front long handguard barrel from a sniper style blaster I made for my son. Well, he ended up breaking parts of it, and so I took it apart and I thought, let me repurpose this because this big long piece took a very long time to print. So I thought, I don't want to waste that. Let's see what we can do. I already had the receiver built into it so it could fit on an M4a1. So I thought, let me think about something different I can do with it. That was a sniper. I wasn't super happy with how it turned out, but it was, the design that he wanted. So I thought, let me see what we can do with that. So what I did was I relocated the battery up here. So again, this was a different piece I had, and this was like a long battery box. So I thought that would fit nicely in here. I can kind of recess it in below the bottom of the handguard. You can see this is where you're going to pull that's basically the lid to the battery box. Just put a rail on the bottom so that you kind of have a grip here too. And then we got a nice little folding rail out here that still allows you access to the battery if you need it. And that could be another grip point as well if you need it. So that's what I thought would be a good idea with this handguard. Otherwise, added in this stabilizer piece here because obviously there's a seam there, and that's where I put the rail on, and then used a similar piece at the end so that we could have a sight, and then just kind of a cookie cutter style front end on it. Now this does not have an extra long barrel. This just has a standard length barrel on it. It's just the barrel terminates, at some point like right around here, right? And then it's just extra wide, so there's no issues getting it out. Getting the gel balls out there, but there's no barrel drag associated either because I don't have an extra long barrel in there. So it actually does perform pretty well. Now, because of the wiring and I had to rewire up to the front, somehow I disabled the safety isn't clicking properly. So you're not going to get safety with it. It's just fully automatic. Really not a big deal because kind of your finger's the safety, and these aren't crazy dangerous where you really need to worry that much about having safety. Just be smart when you use them and wear eye protection, right? This riser, again, was from that previous build. It kind of incorporated some of the angles, so I went ahead with that riser. And again, it does add some stability whenever you're putting a handguard that's not factory on there. This one's pretty tight, so it's probably not needed. But again, I had it. I thought I might as well use it. So over here, we've got a Scorpion stock. So this was from an Evo Scorpion, and I had this laying around for a while, and I kind of had printed this piece that allows it to go onto an M4a1. But of course there's no battery back there, so I would have to figure out a design where the battery wasn't going to be in the stock, and that's what I did here. So I thought, okay, we can finally get a chance to use this. So this is how it turned out. Overall, pretty happy. The gearbox is a standard M4 gearbox that I gutted, put metal gears in, basically put everything new inside and upgraded the gearbox. And then spring-wise, not a huge spring, just something comparable kind of to about an M95. It does have a high-speed motor too. So everything's been upgraded in it, performs pretty well. Overall, pretty happy with the looks of it. Again, when I'm sitting here and I'm taking pieces that I already made and I'm trying to put them together into a new design, they never turn out exactly as perfect as if I printed them from the start, right? Just because the plan is kind of taking pieces that were already there and incorporating them into a build. But overall, I think it turned out nice. Definitely has a unique look to it, which I like to show you guys some crazy ones. I like to show you guys some more normal ones. Just like to mix it up a lot. So if you've got any comments or questions, please post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in those monthly giveaways. And don't worry, we'll do some demo videos and you'll get to see the FPS on this too.